My name is Ankit Bajpai and I am working with Tech Savvy Engineers since 3 years, and I have done my graduation in mechanical engineering and I have also total 5 year experience. My organization at a glance, we are basically authorized value added resellers of the SolidWorks products. We are also engineering and design analysis service provider. Also, we are training and support provider over SolidWorks products in North India. What is our vision? Our vision is to impart innovative and leading technology solutions, training and development through effective partnership. And our mission is to provide proper tools and technology to our customers so that they gain competence to meet varied industry challenges at economical cost. About us, who we are, what we offer, and our presence. As I have already briefed you, we are authorized reseller of SolidWorks product suite in North India. We are also engaged in providing industry-leading training and support on all SolidWorks products, and also we have over 15 years of the engineering and design analysis experience with our dedicated service team. So what we offer, this is the complete product suite we offer from 3D CAD modeling to analysis. You can see here we are dealing in mechanical CAD to electrical CAD, even in electronics CAD also, like a SolidWorks PCB for PCB layout designing, and in also data management, electrical design, simulation like structural simulation, flow simulation, plastic flow, etc. Now, apart from these, we also offer some other things like design and engineering services from 2D to 3D conversion, tool designing, reverse engineering, data migration, FEA and CFD simulation services, design automation. Apart from these two, we are also training and support provider in North India. We are currently headquartered in Noida, and we also present in different location in North India like New Delhi, Gurgaon, Jaipur, with our offices at these dedicated locations. Today I am going to discuss the second part of our sheet metal series. We have divided our sheet metal series in three parts. One part we have already done, and today I am going to discuss the second part of the same series. This is the agenda on which we will discuss in next 1 hour. So I will discuss commands related to imported bodies conversion into sheet metal, like convert to sheet metal or insert bends or rip. There is a spelling mistake. Sorry for the mistake. And also I will discuss about commands in 2D to generate tables like bend table, punch table, flat patterns in drawing. And also, if the time remains, we will also discuss some top-down assembly techniques for sheet metal items. Otherwise, we will switch it to next session. Okay. Let's start with the commands for imported bodies in sheet metal. The first command and the main command is convert to sheet metal. The next command is insert, bend, and rip. Rip is also a good command. I will show you how rip works, and also I will show you what is the actual meaning of rip. Rip is basically stands for gap edges, corner gaps, or any type of gaps in a sheet metal component. So convert to sheet metal. Convert to sheet metal feature is used to create sheet metal body directly from a solid body, whether it is created in SolidWorks or an imported body. Let me show you in 3D CAD. Let's take an example. Sometimes if design creation in solid modeling is simpler than sheet metal, then we can go through this approach to design our model in solid and then quickly convert it to sheet metal. Like I have already created some hopper like things to show you this workflow. Some kind of hopper like thing. I have created a symmetric model basically. You can also create an asymmetric model. This is the solid model created by 3 boss extrude commands. Now I am going to convert it into a sheet metal. Just use convert to sheet metal command. In convert to sheet metal command, you will find some parameters like fixed face, thickness, IR or inner radius. Basically radius given as a parameter inside this property manager is inner radius, and bend edges, rip edges. Just before a couple of minutes I have discussed the point of rip command. Rip is a separate command. Also rip is a parameter for the sheet metal conversion, and both are used to convert from solid body to sheet metal. Let's see how. These are the rip edges. These rip edges automatically incorporated when we collect some bends, and these are the rip sketches. If we want to create some gaps with the help of some sketches, then rip sketch parameter will very much helpful. I will also show you how we can use this. So let's start with fixed face. Okay, I have selected a fixed face. I think there is no need to change this thickness. Thickness is sufficient for a sheet metal component, and IR is also sufficient, or we can change it to 1 as our requirement. Then now this is the time to collect some bend edges. Just select some bend edges. One thing I want to show you, if you select bend edges one by one, the corner gap edge will automatically identified by this command. This is the smart work done by this command. Okay, so let me show you one other example. Let us continue. One bandage, second bandage, and corner edge automatically identified. Similarly here, if you select this edge as a bandage, corner edge automatically identified. This is the smart working of this command. Let me select it as simple as possible. Now, okay, one more thing I want to inform you regarding this command. Listen carefully. If there is any face, first you can see that at least one of the edge of this face has been selected as bend edge. In case of these faces, there are more than one edges, but at least one edge is selected as bend edge. If we left any face without selecting any of the edges of that face as a bend edge, the face will automatically removed as a open side. Just click on OK. Now, as you, I think all of you have been see that I have left the top and bottom face without selecting any edge of the top and bottom face as a bend edge. That's why top and bottom face treated as openings. Quickly return to the command and select any one of the edge of the top face as a bend edge. Now see behavior. Okay, this is the thing I want to show you. This is the major point. Sometimes conversion is typical for us when we are not clear about this point, and we avoid to use this command, and we only use this command for imported body. Even using this command for native CAD data is sometimes very much simple than creating a body in sheet metal. In this property manager, you can also control corner relief, corner gaps. Now, let me show you the rip sketch. What rip sketch command will do for us. Say, if I want to create some straight gap on this face or a straight notch on this face, 20 mm. We can select this sketch as a rip. And now what you will see, that rip sketch is also create a gap, and the gap value is similar to rest of the rips. This is the work of rip sketch. Similar work will done by the rip command. Okay, in 2020, if you are using 2020, you can also see the preview of the command. Okay, so now this is the time to see the flat pattern of this hopper like body. This is the flat pattern. Quickly export this to DXF DWG for your cutting machine, turret machine, or laser cutting machine, whichever you have used. So now this is the time to use some different commands like insert, bend, and rip. And by using these commands, again I will convert some solid to sheet metal, or the same solid to sheet metal. Okay, delete this. Now first make this hollow. This is the time to make this hollow with the thickness of 1 or 1.5, whatever sheet thickness you want. Again, the next step is to add some rips. So I will create some rips as per my design requirement. Let's see if this gapping is possible or not. Yes, this is possible. Okay, from here we can control the gap value, corner gap value. So you can see corner gaps has been created. Okay, now insert bend command, and again select your fixed face. Inner radius say 1 mm or 0.5, or any value you can take, and set the auto relief value. Rip parameter, if there is any sketch, and decide the value of rip gap and click OK. Auto cut relief were made for one or more bends. Okay. Now you can see the sheet metal parameter has been added, and also flat pattern folder has been added. So just click on flat pattern, and flat pattern is ready to export for cutting or for drawing. So this is the conversion of native CAD data. Now I will discuss the same commands for imported data as well. Let me open a IGS file I have already created. Yes, if there are any faulty face, as I have already told to our users that faulty faces are very typical item, and this is the time to run FeatureWorks. We can also directly convert from imported data to sheet metal with the help of FeatureWorks in some clicks. But I will show you this in next slide. This time I will try to convert this imported data to sheet metal by using convert to sheet metal. Let me proceed. This is the fixed face. First process is to check the thickness. If you want to maintain the thickness same. This is the 2 mm. So just convert sheet metal, fixed face 2 mm. Why I have insert 2 mm value? Because I want to maintain the same thickness as given in this imported data. And inner radius, just check the inner radius value 1.5 mm. 2 mm, 1.5. Okay, now this is the time to collect all bends. Let's see what will be the result. Just click on OK, and your imported model is converted to sheet metal. Now you can generate a flat and also generate a DXF. So this is the DXF. Now you can use this DXF directly in your cutting machine. Okay, quickly move to our next slide. The next is FeatureWorks for sheet metal. FeatureWorks is the add-in provided in SolidWorks 3D CAD for all modules like standard, professional, premium. It also enables user to encounter with imported data like IGS, STEP, Parasolid, and also native CAD data. It also helps users to convert single import feature into different supported geometric SolidWorks features like extrude, revolve, cut extrude, cut revolve, or some sheet metal features. Let me show you how. These are the some features supported by FeatureWorks, and this is the time to show you how FeatureWorks work for the sheet metal components. Quickly open the same IGS, just import and heal, and click yes for FeatureWorks. Let us see how FeatureWorks make process easy. First, let me show you from where you can found FeatureWorks. This is the recognize feature. Here you can run your feature work, and you can also run your feature work by right clicking on imported body below your origin in history and FeatureWorks or recognize feature. Okay, just select and click on sheet metal features. No need to recognize extra features as it will take more time. Just select sheet metal features and some other features if you want to recognize. Select base fixed face. Now, by proceeding forward, FeatureWorks is starting to recognize your 3D CAD data. One more thing I want to tell you that SolidWorks is perfectly work with the bending sheet metal components. Okay, so let's see what SolidWorks has been done for you. It is converting which it has been recognized. SolidWorks is applying all the recognized information to the imported data and hope it will convert a perfect sheet metal body with all same thickness and same gaps and other value. The history has been also created. Check it by pressing flat button. Now the flat is created. Pretty much easy. Okay, so this is the method to create sheet metal from the solid by using convert to sheet metal command, by using insert bends. We have discussed the utilization of rip command and meaning of the rips actually, and how we can handle imported data with help of feature works for the sheet metal. Now, commands in 2D to generate tables. This is a very good topic. So let me just open. I think this component some of you have recognized. This is the component which you have seen in the last exercise. All the commands, almost all the commands related to sheet metal has been used for creating this component. This is the good example for understanding how sheet metal works inside the SolidWorks. This has a pretty much good flattened shape. Now this is the time to show you how the tables works for sheet metal components. I will also discuss some problems. Sometimes some of you have complained me to point that sometimes you have not found the sheet metal flat pattern inside the drawing view palette area. So I will also discuss about that problem. Some of you have complained that sometimes we have created a sheet metal component or sheet metal body and flat pattern is not found in view palette automatically, then we have to do some different workarounds. So I will also discuss that point. Okay, now just drag and drop this flat pattern and scale this to a higher value. What sheet metal bend table will do for us? Actually, by the using of sheet metal bend table, we can create a bend list. Let's add a bend table. And you will see that all bend information will attach to this table from this flat. Okay, and all bend information you will found here, like tags you will found here, and direction, which bend is in up direction, which bend is in down direction, how much degree value you have inserted in your model, and the IR. All information you will find here for this model. Okay, now this is the time to do some extra with this model. Put some levers on this, make them positioned by using a dimensional value, and click OK. What actually I want to show you how punch table will work for forming tools. You can also create your own forming tool. Let me show you how you can create your own forming tool. Let me take some dimensional idea. Okay, now quickly open a new part. We are going to add a customized forming tool as per our requirement with the help of forming tool command, and then we will apply that forming tool on this model also. Then we will create punch table inside drawing. Just start to create a forming tool. I am going to create a very easy forming tool, not a typical one. First make it horizontal, then provide some value, dimensional value, then provide some dimension value here as well. Okay, now this is the time to revolve this model. And save this. First you have to save your model, like training forming tool. Okay, now I'm going to explain you what forming tool command will done for you. Forming tool command will never apply a forming tool on your sheet metal body. Sometimes users are confused that forming tool command will help them to create some forming punches like this on their sheet metal model, but forming tool command is just only to help you to create a forming tool. Just apply some parameters like stopping face, and if there is some faces to removed like this, if you will create a model without selecting faces to remove, then it will simply create a emboss. If you will select a face to remove, then it will create a emboss with hole. Okay, I will show you both items. Let me save as forming tool. Hole without hole. Now this is the time to remove your face. If you want to put some insertion point, you can also put some insertion point by using point sketch. Already created. This is the tool without any hole. Sorry. And this is the tool with hole. Now this is the time to add both tool in our library. You can create a new folder like forming tool, new folder, and the new folder will training tools. Okay, so actually I have to show you all the processes, so that's why I have created a folder to show you how you can use this method. Now this is the time to go in your inside the training tools and item to add. You can select this item from here as well and name it to training tool 1 or with hole. This is recognized that this is the simple part SFDPRT, and you can also put the description if you want. Just add it in your library and close it. Now this is the time to add this second item to the library. Same folder I have selected, body I have selected, and description if you want to put any description. Close this also and save. Now I am going to apply these two one by one on my model. Just apply this here. Okay, let's see which forming tool I have applied, with hole or without hole. With hole, it is a with hole, and the next one is without hole. So this is the very much simple process to create a forming tool as per your requirement. Make sure in case of flat pattern, forming tool will never pound on your flat pattern. You can see even here also. Drawing is updating. Okay. Now this is the time to flat count the forming tools. This is the time to count the forming tools. Punch table. You can see in this flat pattern, the forming tool shape is not flattened. Forming tool is as it is. Let me show you the top view of this. The forming tool's shape is as it is. No change in the forming tool shape. Okay. Hope everyone is understanding what I want to say. Now this is the punch table. Just put xy value. This is my x. This is my y. And now this is the time to generate a punch table. A1, B1, C1, D1, E1 along with locations. As we have not making any description, you can make description for punch ID as well, or you can also put your punch ID in your property manager. So this is the quantity if you have more than one punch with location. Now quickly move to our slide. Sorry. So okay, I think we have sufficient time to discuss some top-down assembly. Okay, before discussing the top-down assembly, let me show you a limitation also. As I have already discussed that some problems have been faced by our users in case of sheet metal, that they not found the flat pattern inside the drawing. Let me open a sheet metal model. There are very much sheet metal models available, but okay, let me see. Okay, this is the model. You can see this is also sheet metal model with 4 bodies. Now this is the time to create a drawing from this sheet metal model. Okay, now you can see we are unable to find flat pattern here. If you want to create a flat pattern, this is the multi-body component. How drawing will recognize that for which body you want to drop a flat pattern? Is there any way? No. For this, you just create some configurations with single body. Just suppress other commands, or just I have used delete body command by clicking on the body and delete body, and delete the extra bodies and create this configuration. Now this is the time to move our drawing and update this. Now you will find flat pattern. Pretty much easy workflow. Now you will find flat pattern for each and every body. You just create configuration with single body. Okay. The scale is too much large for this drawing sheet. And now just create a bend table. Just create a bend table or punch table if you have used any. This is the problem multi times I have listened from our users, that we have not got flat pattern in our task pane when we create a drawing from a sheet metal. So this is the main cause. If I have created a sheet metal body in single part rather than assembly, which is not a wrong approach. Actually, this is not a wrong approach. This is the right approach. But extracting a flat pattern without creating a configuration with some of the user also generate a configuration with flat pattern command enable. This is not a right way. Just create a configuration with single body and you will be able to generate flat pattern easily with all required information. Okay, so this is the point. Now quickly move to top down assembly. Okay, let me explain you what is the top down assembly inside the CAD. I think all of you have done basic CAD training with us, and in basic CAD training we always explain the types of assemblies. So there are two types of approaches: bottom up, in which we create components and then assemble one by one in assembly window. The top down, in which we create some components as assemble in bottom up approach and create some components with respect to the reference of the existing components inside the assembly window. Those components, or this approach is called top down. Just like, if there is any, let me go inside my browser. I think there is no any assembly. Okay, top down, I have one. Some components I have created and assembled here by using mates, and then now I need to create a enclosure for this receiver. So I have added a blank part, just by using new part command in my history, and just I am going to edit this and start part creation. Okay, now you can see I am making dimensional reference with the existing part like this. This is the top down approach. 1 mm gap I required in this side, same gap I will provide. Now this is the time to create a flange with the help of this sketch. Create a base flange all of you can see that I am still working inside the assembly window, but by editing the part modeling options are available. Okay, base flange has been created. Now this is the time to create some different vents. I can use the existing model references for this also. And create a miter flange. First, outside the material to avoid the interference, and trim the side vents for these types of interference. And select another edge. Provide a corner caps as per your requirement. Okay, no issue. These all values we can calculate. So not spending much time on this. Just create a sheet metal flange. Then this is the time to add some edge flange. Let's value 20 mm. Okay, now just mirror this sheet metal body to another side. Okay, now your housing is almost created. What is the benefit of the top-down assembly approach? Basically, for the sheet metal models like this. Okay, just increase the size of this. Your housing or your cover will automatically update it. This is the main benefit of the top-down approach. Okay, let me show you the finished model. I have already created a finished model for you. Sorry, just stop the preview window. This is the main benefit of top-down approach. Let's hide this item, and this is the finished item. Let me show you the cover only. So you can see we have applied different commands on this. Just create a Beautiful drawing. Just try to create a beautiful drawing with this. Model, flat pattern. So what you will find regarding this flat pattern, you will find this is the same. This is the same flatten I have added here. So this is the top-down approach inside the sheet metal. By so this was the whole content for today's presentation from my side. If there is any query from attendees, then they can unmute their mic one by one and ask your questions.